Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, live from Shelburne. It's the pre-game show for the GMHL. I'm your host, Bob Bernstein, where tonight we're going to have all the action for you from the Shelburne Red Wings hosting the undefeated first place Bradford Rattlers. My first guest is the coach of the Bradford Rattlers, John Duco. And John, first I want to congratulate you. The Rattlers just recently broke the all-time GMHL record for most consecutive wins with a very impressive 29, going for number 30 tonight. So congratulations to you and the whole Rattler organization, John.
Thank you, Bob. It's been a good ride. The boys have worked hard. They've definitely earned it, and we're real proud of them.
Now this is a very, very big weekend for you, as tonight you have the Red Wings. Tomorrow night, of course, you're all the way up in the Maine to take on the Temiskaming Titans, and that could potentially be for first place in the GMHL. And then Sunday, you're right back at it at home against a very tough Bracebridge Phantoms team. So what I'd like to know is tonight you have the Red Wings. They're quite challenging. Last time you played them in your barn, you beat them 3-2. It wasn't a lopsided affair at all. So how do you get the boys to focus on tonight without thinking ahead to the Temiskaming game tomorrow?
I guess it started yesterday in practice. We tried to really focus on the Shelburne Red Wings and not get ahead of ourselves talking about Temiskaming or even Bracebridge for that matter on Sunday. Tried to stay in the moment and make sure we were prepared for tonight's game against Shelburne. We know they're going to be a great test for us. We really tried to work in practice on getting lots of pucks on net, driving the net, looking for rebounds and things like that. We know Anton Todikov can be as good of a goalie as there is in this league, so we want to make sure our boys are ready and they're ready for the task tonight, because tomorrow's game will mean nothing if we don't get our 2 points tonight.
Very true and well said. Now, despite your perfect record, you and General Manager Johan Lundskog did not sit tight at the January 10th player acquisition deadline. You added some new players and some quality players. Take a minute to tell the people out there about some of the new players.
Well, first off, we added William Knapp, who's a former Rattler player, played here about 3 or 4 years ago, and he's the leading scorer. We're expecting him to come in and be a game changer for us, be one of our top players. He's going to be playing alongside our top power play unit, so we're really expecting him to come in, provide a lot of leadership, skill level, and competitiveness. We think he can be a men amongst boys out here, so we're really excited about the future of having him on our team for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, that's great. So this week you've had a lot of game action already leading up to this, and you've got 3 more, as we mentioned, this weekend. So what kinds of things did you work on this week in practice, John?
Like I said, we tried to work real hard on attacking the net, putting a lot of pucks on net, driving the net, stopping there, looking for your rebounds, and being hungry, and making sure you really bear down and put the puck in the back of the net. Other than that, we just worked on our regular things. We always work on conditioning and get some flow drills to get some continuity with the lines, and even in the line drills we tried to really focus on putting a lot of pucks on net and being hungry, looking for rebounds.
And leading up to the playoffs, you have, I guess, 13 games to go and then the playoffs. So what kinds of things are you going to work on between now and then? And of course, once the playoffs start, doesn't matter what your record was going into it, you start all over again at 0 wins and 0 losses.
Yeah, we're always going to be fine-tuning our systems and keeping ahead of the curve on that. And aside from that, we're going to continue to work on conditioning and really preach to our guys battling one-on-one in practice and really competing against one another, and try and simulate practice like a game situation, if not make practice even harder than games, so when we get to our games, we can continue to have success.
Now, you're very deep in goal with both Leparco and Nats and the others. So how do you go about keeping everybody in action and keeping them sharp?
Well, we've been very lucky to have our goalies play as well as they have. So down the stretch here, we'll try and keep everybody fresh and keep everyone involved. We're going to give Leparco the majority of the games in order to get him all geared up and ready for playoffs. But not to cast away our other guys. We're going to get Alfie and Daniel some games in, and keep them ready just in case.
Okay, and I want to talk for a minute about a great player who's having just a sensational year, Andreas Norby, back there on defense, number 23. Tell us about how you evaluate his season so far.
Well, yeah, he's been amazing. He's a natural forward converted to a defenseman, and he really hasn't missed a stride this year from start to finish. Every practice, those are the little things you don't see about a guy like him. Is he hasn't missed a practice, he hasn't missed a drill in practice, he's never missed a shift. He comes to play every single day, and he really is the model of consistency. And we're real lucky to have him, and he's going to be a huge factor for us down the stretch here.
Yeah, and you have the luxury also of having not 1, 2, but I'd say 3 really good lines, which gives you the luxury of depth. How have you looked at that?
Oh yeah, though that's kind of been what Johan and myself have talked about through the months leading up to the trade deadline is, to really, make sure we have 3 solid lines, 6 solid defensemen, and a 4th line that can be relied on and, not hurt us. So we've really tried to, preach having the 3 good lines, and we were lucky enough to be able to ice 3 solid lines. So, hopefully we can stay healthy down the stretch here and, continue to roll our 4 lines and, get production from all of them.
Okay, well, John, I know you have a game to coach, so I won't keep you. Thank you so much for joining us here, and good luck the rest of the season in the playoff.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks a lot. John Duco, the coach of the Bradford Rattlers. Now I'm going to bring in player, Bradford Rattler, 6'7" Nick Thaumann from Switzerland. Nick, come on in here, buddy. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
So how are you enjoying the season so far?
It's been a good season. The team is nice. We're like a big family. It's been good. Liking it so far.
Good. Now, you're quite an evolved player. You've really improved since I remember seeing you two and a half seasons ago. What are you working on right now specifically to be able to take your game to the next level?
I do a lot of skating and my shot and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
For people that don't know, we've got a couple of pro teams with their eye here on Nick, and we understand that you're trying to gain some weight to help get you to the pro level. How's that going so far?
It's good. It doesn't go too fast, but I'm working on it, and I'm positive it's gonna be good.
Okay. And who have you been playing with back there on defense so far this season then?
I started the season off with Oliver, but sadly he got injured in the first game. Then I played pretty much with all our other D, like Sox and yeah.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, the team's 29-0-0 so far this season. Did you ever imagine that when the season started?
I did, yeah. I mean, we're a good team. There's no reason why we shouldn't be, and if we take game by day, game by game, I mean, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. And how have you liked the level of competition this year? I think the league has really improved every year that I've been involved with it. What do you think?
There's some really good teams under there, and I mean, there's some good competition, that's for sure. But yeah.
Okay. And how's the shot coming along? Remember last year in the All-Star game, you won the hardest shot competition, registering 91. Have you added a mile or two to that yet, or are you still working on that?
I'd say so, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, well, Nick, thanks very much for joining us. I want to wish you all the best of luck the rest of the year moving forward. Thanks. Nick Thaumann, defenseman for the Bradford Rattler. And my last but not least guest, come on in here, is Jacob Bazant. He's the team manager for the Shelburne Red Wings. Jacob, welcome to the show, pregame show. I guess you got a big challenge in front of you tonight in the Bradford Rattlers. What are you trying to do tonight in order to put a very impressive loss onto the Bradford records?
Hey Bob, I would like to say hi and welcome to the show. We are trying to put our best squad we are able to put tonight, and of course we'll have Anton Tarikov in the net. So we hope that he is going to help us, and his amazing save will help us again, like he did it once already in the Bradford Rattlers game, right?
Yeah, he was outstanding. For those that missed it, Bradford won 3-2, but Anton stopped 77 of 80 shots, and Bob Russell, who played 3 years for the Edmonton Oilers, and I were sitting together watching that game, and we were hard-pressed to think of another goaltending performance as good as that one. That was just outstanding. So when you have goaltending, you always have a chance, and of course you have the big line up front with Patroni, Verana, and Jurassic.
These guys from Czech. Yeah, that's not. They're quite amazing. Like, they show like they're working hard in the practice, and all they do is just practice hard, and they go for it, shooting goals.
And they're even a big threat man short. You scored a lot of short-handed goals this year.
Yeah, they're pretty good when they're playing short-handed as well, because they are fast. They can do whatever they want with the puck, so it's good for them. They are showing their best in this league.
Okay, now let's talk a minute about number 11, your little brother, back on D for Shelburne. Tell us a little bit about him.
Okay, he was playing in Czech Republic till last year when he moved to US, where he played for PK Warriors, Peter Skulnak team. And yeah, this league he wanted a change. He decided to go to GMHL. First of all, he came to Bradford Rattlers, and then he was traded to Shelburne. And I think he was pretty good when he is here, and he's enjoying it.
And he's a 96, is he?
Yeah, he's 96 years old,
so a bright future there. How have you enjoyed the international flavor of the GMHL? It really makes us unique, and it's something I've always loved about the league, having 50% Canadians and 50% international players from all over the world.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, because you can see it in even in Shelburne Rattlers locker room. Like, we have Latvian guys, we have Italian goalie, we have lots of Czechs, Russian, American, Canadian. I think it's pretty good, because they are doing pretty good together, and I like it.
Okay. Now you're behind the bench for the games with the Vasilyevs. What's your role in terms of coaching during the game?
I don't know how to explain this. Most part of my job is I'm the computer guy, so I'm doing all programs. I'm taking care of the website. Even this live stream, that's my job. Then of course I work on the practice with the guys. Well, I'm not the coach, right? I'm the manager of the team,
right.
So I'm trying to not take care of the coaching too much. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad to help Nikki and Igor, because they are great guys, and it's good for me.
Okay. So looking forward, of course we have the challenge tonight in Bradford, but it's one game. What is the team's realistic goals for the rest of the season and moving forward into the playoffs? How would you like to see the team develop, and be specific if you can?
First of all, I would like to say that I think the team is going up every single week. And the future goals of our team, I gotta say that we want to win as many games in the remaining regular season, and then we'll see what we can do in playoffs. We hope to go at least through first round, and we'll see what's going to happen after that. But as I said, we'll see what happens.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck tonight and the rest of the way, and we're going to bring you all the action live. Bradford Rattlers at the Shelburne Red Wings here in the GMHL action, live from Shelburne in just a few minutes. So stay tuned, folks, and thanks for joining us. We'll be back in a minute.
You want to turn the mic on, Bob?
The national anthem. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our live podcast. The Bradford Rattlers, first place, undefeated, 29-0-0 versus the hometown Shelburne Red Wings. In goal for the Red Wings, we have number 1, the fine goaltender Anton Todikoff, and he will face at the other end Jonathan Leparco, who has been very impressive in his own right. Both teams lining up. They're going to start with power versus power. The big line for Shelburne, Opatrini, Verana, and Jurasek, with Bezant and Kabelka on defense. And for the Rattlers, it's going to be Connor Smith, Ilse Gallo, and it looks like number 12, Gerfeld. From the face-off, the puck goes into the Rattler zone. They're coming out with it up center. A pass was broken up. Smith fighting there and falls at center. There's a battle for it along the wall. Bezant knocks it to an open wing. And there Oliver Gustafson has it for the Rattlers. He banks a pass that just missed. Bezant had it go off a leg. Little scrambly to start the opening few minutes here. Now Verana goes after it at the blue line. He's checked. Gallo there for the Rattlers. Rattlers gain control in their own end. An outlet pass, now back to the defense again. It's Gustafson on the wing. Feeds it up to Norby. Norby to center. Gallo has it there in over the Red Wing line. Tries to hit Gerfeld with it. He has it in the corner now. Watched by Bezant. And out come the Red Wings with it. It's Jurasek. A right wing pass for Verana missed. And they'll take that opportunity to change as the Rattlers go back for it behind their own goal. Rattlers also changing. Knapp has it for them. A long pass and a good one at center. Rattlers shoot it in. It goes on goal. Rebound comes right out in front. And then another one goes off a leg and goes right to Todikoff. And he'll smother it. And wisely so. Face off to the right of Todikoff. We're just nicely underway here, a minute 26 in. We've got Igorov out with Yevtovich. Off the draw, Ozelinch gets it, and he fires it out and down into the Rattler zone. Rattlers tried the pass, and it went off a stick out of play, so we'll have another face-off. This one in the Rattler zone. No score here, early going. Bennington on defense was Ozelinch for the Red Wings. Now Igorov will move in and take the face-off off the draw. The puck is won by the Rattlers. They come out to center, shoot it into the Red Wing zone. Todikoff stops it there, had a little trouble with it, but Bennington recovers. He banks it to himself off the boards, coming out to the blue line in center. Bennington over the Rattler line. He's stopped. A pass for Forsland doesn't work. It goes around the net all the way to the other wing. Igorov tries a move and he was stopped. Now the Rattlers gain possession at their blue line. A flip pass to center was too far. Bennington fires it back. The teams are changing again. Berninghausen there in a battle. Bennington now gains it in his own zone. They just fire it out to center. Nuneker has it there, makes a move at the blue line. He's stopped by Nikitin. Nikitin tries to hit Camden, and that didn't work. Now they're in the near side corner. Bennington watching Marcus Bergman, who's seeing his first action since around the 6th game of the season. He was out for a long time with a concussion, a fine Swedish player. Now there's a scramble in front. But Todikoff hops on it, and there'll be no further play. Face-off will be to the left of Anton Todikoff. 17:09 to go, first period. Now the Red Wings send out their big line, Verana, Jurasek, and Opatrini. Rattlers have their fourth line, Tim Philly, a shot from the point. Todikoff with a nice save and smothers it. Todikoff is just coming off a long bout with the flu, and he said finally yesterday he's feeling finally much better. Off the face-off, the Red Wings fire at the center. It's shot right back into their zone. Berninghausen tries a backhand pass. Nuneker steps in front of that neatly. It's still in the Red Wing zone. Now Verana has it behind his net and starting out. He stops. A left wing pass here on the left side to Jurasek, goes in a shot. Leparco had no trouble steering that to the corner. Now the battle rages behind the Rattler net. It's shot around the boards to the point, but there it's kept in by the Red Wings, and now it's cleared right back out again. Kabelka has it inside his own blue line. Passes over to Gushin. They come in with it. Opatrini is hit. Red Wings maintain position. A shot from the point. That was wide. Now the Rattlers coming out with it. Gerfeld shoots it in behind the Red Wing zone and net. And now they come right back out with it. It's Jurasek at center. At the line. Makes a move. Stopped nicely by Vertinen. Now there's a battle for it. Rattlers had it but lost it. Regained possession. And they just bank it out to center. Red Wings have it there. Igorov for Kabelka. Back to Igorov in the corner. He starts out with it. Being watched there by Gerfeld, but nonetheless headmans the puck. The Red Wings are in over the line. A shot and a good one. A rebound. Nice save by Leparco, but he failed to control the rebound and they had a second chance at it. Now back comes Connor Smith for Bradford. In over the line. He's with Gallo. A weak shot from a bad angle, and Todakov smothered that and held on. The Rattlers now taking Smith, Gallo, and Gerfeld off. They'll send on Knapp, Aaron Scott, and it looks like Forsland. Now Scott's going off the ice for some repairs. Off the draw. Rattlers get it. Try and work it in front. Off a leg, it's cleared away. Levesque has it. He pokes it out to over the blue line. Back now in his own zone for it is Ozelinch. The big 6'5" defenseman just flips it up to the Bradford zone. Bradford has it there now in their own corner, circling behind the net. They reverse it the other way. Good play. Here come the Rattlers out to center. A right wing pass was a little too far, and it's going to be brought back 200 feet for icing. No change allowed for the Rattlers. Red Wings get some fresh troops out there for the offensive faceoff in the Rattler zone to the left of Leparco. Opatrini, Verana, and Jurasek are right back out there with Bennington and Ozelinch on D. Off the faceoff, the puck behind the net. Here's Basie with it for the Rattlers. The Rattlers bank it off the boards to center. Hopping on it neatly there is Bergman. He couldn't get anywhere with it. And back comes Opatrini, who hands it right to Knapp at center. Knapp tried to move it forward, and that was stopped. Now it's flipped in again into the Red Wing zone. Ozelinch going back for it behind his net. Trying to organize a rush. Verana has it now on the wing. He's hit. Still has it though. Went down, got right back up again. Back to Ozelinch on the other side. Up to Opatrini. Center ice. Makes a move. That hit a leg. Bennington goes up on the rush though. Right into the Bradford zone. A backhand. And that didn't find the mark. And it comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Red Wings have to get back on side. The Rattlers clear it out to center. Here's a break on the right side. There's a hard shot. And that didn't miss by much as Nuneker almost broke in. Rattlers back for it in their own zone once again, starting on the offense. That pass was broken up at center. The Red Wings coming right back, shoot it back into the Rattler zone. Now it's shot right back out again, and the D-man has it at center for the Red Wings. He passes it over to, looks like Igorov, no, that's Jovtovic over there. Now Gushin has it for the Red Wings. He fires around the horn. Therefore it is Igorov starting out to an open side. He's checked. Connor Smith leaves it for Gerfeld. He circles, looking for someone to pass it to. Smith moves into the corner to help out on the forecheck. Now Gallo has it in the other corner, trying to organize something dangerous. He's checked and knocked off the puck by Igorov, who gets it out to center. Red Wings there, pass didn't work. Now big Ills Gallo circles at center. He's being watched by 2 or 3, but dishes it off to Connor Smith. The smooth skating Smith goes in. Back to the point. It's flipped back into the corner. Not much skating room for either side at this point. Very tight checking. The puck is flipped up. It hits a rafter, and so play is called. 12:33 to go in the opening frame. Still 0-0. A fast-paced but very close checking affair to this point. Tim Camden out there with Nikitin to take the draw for the Red Wings. It looks like Sunbird out there for the Rattlers, along with Cameron Duncan. Puck is gobbled up by the Red Wings, flipped back center. Rattlers send it deep into the Red Wing zone. Bezant back there, being checked by Duncan, but gets away and flips it out. Nikitin goes after a loose puck and gets it. Goes in over the line. A weak shot that was deflected high goes behind the net. The Red Wings try and center it in vain. Now the play is called. What do we have here? I think the net was dislodged, so there's going to be a face-off in the Bradford zone to the left of Jonathan Leparco. Red Wings change. They've got Ozelinch and Bennington back on the point. Rattlers have Nuneker out there taking the face-off. He gets it up to center. A right side pass for Smith. A hard shot, he scores! That was actually Marcus Bergman took the pass, and he really wristed it into the top shelf with a beautiful shot from the left face-off circle inside that Red Wing zone. And that really was an impressive shot that found the mark. Todikoff was partially screened on it and couldn't react in time. So Rattlers draw first blood with a 1-0 lead. 11:54 to go, first period. Face-off at center. Rattlers come right back in again with it. There's Knapp, a shot. That was blocked. It goes behind the Red Wing net. Knapp has it there for Forsland. He tried to center it, and Serpik broke it up, and back come the Wings at the blue line. It's shot wide of the goal. Igorov goes in for it. He's got Cassidy at one point and Berninghausen at the other. Keeps it though, trying to work his way deep, and he's checked, and back come the Rattlers at center. Now at the Red Wing blue line. There's a weak shot by Forsland. It goes all the way back to Norby at the point. He keeps it in. Forsland has it, tries to hit Scott with it, but that didn't work. Igorov, a long pass. It's out to center. Yevtuovich there tried to play it, and he was checked. Now there's another shot. Nice toe save by Todikoff. Rebound gobbled up by Camden. Back come the Red Wings. Serpik didn't see it. It's shot back into the Red Wing zone. Todikoff stops it there for Gushin behind the net. He starts out on the left side. A long pass hits a leg. Berninghausen moves up, continues the rush. That's broken up inside the Rattler line, and they just dump it out to center. Now the Red Wings get a turnover at the blue line. Oh, and a hard check there. It goes in the slot. A shot. Nice save by Leparco. And now back come the Rattlers. Here's Gerfeld. He's stopped nicely right at the blue line by Kabelka. Rattlers trying again. Here's Big Ilse Gallo working his way in. Now he stops. Passes it back to the point, too far for Vertinen. Rattlers going back to their own blue line to regroup. A nice pass hits Gallo. He's got some room, trying to work his way in. He drops it off, and a shot and a blocker save there by Todikoff. Back come the Wings. Here's Opatrini. He's tripped but gets right back up again. Then he slides heavily into the left boards, and play is called. Looks like we're going to have a penalty here to the Rattlers. So the Red Wings will be going to the power play. Trying to see who's getting the gate. Connor Smith. Face off deep to Leparco's right. Off the draw. The Rattlers try and clear in vain. Jurasek moves up along the left side. There's a battle for it along the far boards. The Rattlers clear it just out over the blue line. It's shot back in. Basie has it behind his net. He's trying to find some open ice to shoot it out. It's kept in though. Now the Wings work it deep. Opotrony behind the net tries to come out with it, a shot, and it's smothered by Leparco. No further play. A correction, it does not look like the Rattlers are shorthanded, so my mistake, I thought a penalty was coming, and it wasn't. So we still have not had a penalty in this game, I'm happy to say. Face off deep in the Rattler zone. Off the draw. It's worked behind the net, centered. Rattlers break it up, but then they're checked. It's knocked back in deep into the corner behind the net. Shelburne trying to find some open ice to work with. Verana joins the fray. It's centered in front by the Red Wings. They score! A beautiful pass and some really hard work done there by Verana and Jurasek. And Jurasek got the goal. He parked himself right in front. Opotrony with some nice forechecking there as well. And the big line answers for the Red Wings, and we're all knotted up at 1. And that comes right at the 11-minute mark. 9 minutes to go, first period. 1-all. So business is picking up here. Quite an interesting contest so far. Off the draw, Serpek tried to get it, but was checked. It's backhanded deep into the Red Wing zone behind the net. Todikoff plays it off the glass. It's kept in at the point. A shot. That was blocked by Ozelinch. It goes to the corner. Scott now. And now, back to Scott. A shot. Oh, and it went off Todikoff's shoulder. And it went high in the air, but still in play. Ozelinch now on the left side. It's cleared out. Igorov has it at center. He picks up speed and gains the line, and then is neatly checked and it's sent back out to center. Scott battles there, wins that a hard-fought battle, and clears it in the Red Wing zone. Scott regains it in the corner, tries to center it. Knapp was open momentarily, but that pass was too far. Now the Red Wings in the Rattler zone. Bennington centers it. A hopping puck is corralled behind the goal by the Rattlers, and it's shot out, and it went out of play. So we'll have a face-off back in the Rattler zone. Wholesale changes for both teams. The Red Wings sending out Camden with Nikitin. And on defense, it's Berninghausen. And I'm not sure if it's Gushin on the left side. Looks like it is him. Back to Berninghausen. He plays it in. An open puck is played by Smith. Now here comes the Rattlers in. A shot went off Todikoff's glove. He looked a little shaky on that one. Now it's in the Shelburne zone. Gerfeld has it at the point. A wrist shot. And a nice save there by Todikoff, who doesn't allow a rebound. And he holds on. 1-1 our score, 7:46 to go first period. Rattlers have Big Ills Gallo with Gerfeld and Connor Smith up front. A big line for them. Smith with 39 goals so far this year. Gallo 73 points. And Gerfeld, I believe, leads the league in assists, or is very close to that, or was at one point. Gushin tries to clear it out and fails. He stopped at the point. It's sent back in behind the goal. Todikoff tries to shoot it out himself, and he couldn't. Now Gushin banks it off the boards along the left side. That is kept in. A wrist shot from the line goes off a leg. Now here's Connor Smith twisting and turning in the offensive zone. He gives a nice pass to Gallo. Gallo here on the point to Suggs. A shot. Another shot. It's right in front behind Todikoff. Oh, and he finds it and holds on. Some really nice pressure there from the Rattlers. They passed it back to Suggs at the point, and a really hard wrist shot was stopped nicely by Todikoff. There was a rebound, some further action, but he was able to smother it in time. Opotrony out there with Verana and Jurasek, Kabelka and Bazant on D for Shelburne. Behind the Shelburne net off the face-off, Bergman intercepts it. He passes for Nuneker, and that was stopped. Back comes Verana, gaining speed at center. He's over the blue line, still has it, a hard wrist shot, and Leporco equal to that task and holds on. But a nice rush and nice speed being generated by both these teams, and they're getting their chances. Some nice goaltending at both ends. 1-all the score, 6:55 to go. Off the draw, Patroni wins it. Back to Bazan, a hard shot, and that went off a leg wide. The other point, it's kept in momentarily. Now the Rattlers try and get it out and do. It rolls down into the Red Wing zone. Bazant going back for it, being watched by Bergman. Bergman puts a shoulder in but goes down. It's kept in at the point, a shot, a wrist shot from the point. Again, Anton had to move right to left. He smothered that nicely, and he'll hold it for a face-off. Looks like the strategy for both goalies here is to grab everything they can so no trouble can ensue. Face off to the left of big 6'5" Anton Todikov. The Rattlers win the draw, but the Red Wings come out with it. Jurasek on the right side for Verana, coming in over the line. He takes a slap shot, and that was wide. Now it's a battle along the far boards. A centering pass was intercepted momentarily, but the Red Wings maintain possession in the Rattler zone. Behind the goal to the free corner now. Red Wings, a nice move to gain the slot. On the other side, a shot. Oh, and that didn't miss by much. What a nice play that was. Good setup. Rattlers just clear it out over the line to relieve the pressure. It's shot right back into their zone. Now behind the net in the corner. Vertanen plays it back behind his own net. It's played now on the other wing, and it's wide open there for Scott, and moves it ahead for Knapp. He just redirects it into the Shelburne zone. Back for it is Bennington behind his own goal. He swings out and makes a nice left wing pass to Serpik. He's in over the Rattlers line, a wrist shot, and that was turned aside by Leparco. In the other corner, it's cleared out to center. The Rattlers gain it there. Big Ozelinch. Oh, he almost lost it to Knapp. Now he does. It moves into the slot. A shot off Ozelinch wide. Scott had a nice chance there but couldn't take advantage. Now Bennington intercepts a centering pass, but he couldn't get it out. And we have play stopped and a penalty coming, a slash. Bennington gives Knapp a little shove and says, how do you do? And let's see what we have here. There's definitely a slashing penalty coming up. And the face-off will be back in the Rattler zone. We can't see who's going off for the Rattlers. It might be Forsland or it could be Knapp. I'm not sure who. But they'll serve 2 or less for slashing. Face-off to the right of Leparco. 5:06 to go, first frame. 1-1 is the score. Bradford clears it out to center off the draw. Leparco gloves it there for Suggs. Suggs, with some time, passes it across the ice and it's shot down into the Shelburne zone. Back there for it is Berninghausen. He makes a nice reversal move and outlets it out to Opatroni. He's in over the Rattler line on this power play. There's a shot right in front. Nice save by Leparco, who made it look easy, and he held on. 1:35 left to go in the penalty for slashing to the Rattlers. 4:41 to go first period. We're deadlocked at 1. Now the face-off's going to be outside the Rattler line. The big line still out there for Shelburne on offense. Opatroni gets the puck at center off the draw. He passes it over to the left side. Back to Bazant. Bazant now to Kabelka. Up to center again. The Red Wings pass it to Bazan on the right side. He's hit. And he was stopped, but only momentarily as Opatroni carries on. Setting up on the power play, and the pass goes back behind Bazan, or Kabelka rather. Rattlers regain possession just outside their line, and they fire it the length of the ice. Todikov with a nice move there on a forecheck and Gerfeld. Up to Bazant. Bazant now gaining the blue line, going in, a shot. And that was steered wide. Now it's back to the point. The Red Wings trying to keep it in. They're engaged immediately, and it's shot out to center off a body. Here comes Verana circling at center. He's got some room and gaining speed. A hard slap shot as he goes in over the line. And that was turned aside. Now the puck is slid down into the Shelburne zone, where Jurasek goes back for it. He's watched by Big Gallo, makes a nice reversal turn and passes it back to Ozelinch behind the goal. He's being forechecked, and now Ozelinch gives it away. but unfortunately Bergman for the Rattlers couldn't get good wood on that one. Bennington around the corner. Now Camden back to Ozelinch. Ozelinch still having trouble in his own zone. Reverses. Now Gallo wins the puck, comes out in front, a high backhand, and that went over top of the goal. Then another shot goes on goal as the penalty to the Rattlers has expired. Now right in front, two Rattlers all alone. Lapp takes a shot at it. Rebound, scores! The Rattlers really took advantage of a giveaway there. They went in. Todikoff made a great save on the first one. And then the rebound was grabbed by Big Il's Gallo, and a prone, helpless Todikoff had no chance as he forehanded it into the open cage. 2-1 Rattlers here with 2:56 to go in the first period. Rattlers, Knapp takes the draw. Rattlers get it over center and dump it into the Red Wing zone. Todikoff stops it there. Shoots it around the boards. That's stopped and kept in. Here's Berninghausen now turning with it. A right pass to Levesque. Levesque going in over the Rattler line. He dumps it in and goes after it himself. He gets there first. Play is called. Looks like the net's been dislodged once again. So no further play. And I believe the faceoff will be in the Rattler zone as they knock the net off. Red Wings looking for the equalizer here, getting late in the first period. Berninghausen at the right point, along with Gushin on the left side. It comes back to Berninghausen. He tries to keep it in, but can't. Almost a 2-on-1 for the Rattlers. It's neatly broken up by Gushin and sent back out to center. Now the Rattlers have it there. Here's a nice pass on the open side inside the Red Wing zone. A failed centering pass. Comes in front though, and Suggs is right there and he missed the empty net. Oh, what a chance that was for defenseman Kyle Suggs. Couldn't capitalize. Back come the Red Wings now at their own blue line, gathering speed at center. A move at the blue line is broken up, and it's sent back down. A pass was wide open man on the right side. And that was Connor Smith, but they failed to get it to him. It went the length of the ice, and it'll be icing against Bradford. Bradford has William Knapp out there at center. Can't see the numbers of his line mates at the moment, but we'll bring you that as soon as we can. Back to the point to Bazant, a wrist shot from the point. Now it's loose in front, and Leparco hops on it like a cat and smothers it. No further play. Minute 50 to go. 2-1 Rattlers. Rattlers are changing. They send Gerfeld, Scott out there, Oliver Gustafson and Norby on D. Kabelka and Bazant back on the point for the Red Wings. Off the face-off, Knapp tips it out and the length of the ice, and this will be icing against Bradford. No changes. Nunaker is out there. It looks like Knapp and Scott for the Rattlers up front. And for the Red Wings, they're going right back to their big line. Opatrini, Verana, and Jurasek, who have looked very good here in this first period. Off the draw, it's won nicely back behind the Rattler goal. They start out. A nice pass at center didn't quite work. Bazant now has it back in the Red Wing zone, circling, trying to organize a rush. Stops. He's being watched closely. Now he passes it across. A nice backhand pass now on the right side to Kabelka. Shot went off a leg. Scott gains possession for Bradford behind the net. He reverses it to the other side. It's kept in by Kabelka, and it's back behind the Rattler goal and in the corner. Now the Rattlers starting out with it. A high pass to an open wing. Bazant goes back for it and he's dumped. There's going to be a penalty here to Aaron Scott for tripping, and there's no doubt about that one. Bazant was going back in. Scott was trying to play the puck, but nevertheless knocked the feet right out from under young Bazant, and he'll sit for 2 or less. So the Red Wings will have just under a minute here to try and get the equalizer on the power play. They'll keep their big line out there, and they have Ozelinch and I think it's Owen Bennington on the other point. It's cleared out by the Rattlers down the ice. A nice effort by Marcus Bergman on the forecheck there. But Bennington leaves it for Verana, who starts a rush out for Shelburne. He's at center, gaining speed at the Rattler line. A nice move there. It goes to Opatrene, a shot. Nice save by Leparco. Now it's back to the point, but comes out. The Rattlers now have a short-handed rush. Gerfeld to Gallo. And he's checked by Bennington nicely, and out comes the Red Wings with it. Now it's Verana at the blue line to Jurasek. He's checked, and the Rattlers dump that out and go after it. Here comes a nice short-handed rush again. And that one was Vertinen, but he was turned aside. Now he's rushing to get back in position. A hard shot is gloved nicely by Leparco, and he holds it with 3.4 seconds to go in the first period. Still 1:04 left to go in the penalty to Scott. Rattlers send out Suggs and Vertinen. Berninghausen out there on the point for the Rattlers. Igorov is out there also up front. The puck's dropped, the puck shut down the ice, and that'll do it here for the first period. The score, Bradford 2, Shelburne 1. We'll bring you all the action of the second period in just a few minutes, folks. Stay tuned. You okay?
Yep.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Bernstein here, live from Shelburne. We hope you're enjoying this live podcast going out around the world as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you. The score at the end of the first period, Bradford Rattlers 2, Shelburne Red Wings 1. It was a hard-fought first period. Lots of good action and chances at both ends. Some good goaltending and some very tight checking at times. Yet at other times, scoring chances were being developed. And that's not that surprising given the firepower of both of these teams. The Rattlers, for instance, Ilse Gallo, number 22, big center iceman for them. In 25 games, he's got 30 goals and 43 assists for an impressive 73 points. Andreas Gerfeld, 29 games, 17 goals, 52 big assists for 69 points. Connor Smith, as I mentioned earlier, 39 goals, 30 assists. Of course, on the Red Wing side of the ledger, we've got Jacob Verana, who leads all goal scorers with 40. He's got 32 helpers as well for 72 points. Opatrene, 26 and 44 for 70. Jurasek, the young, impressive forward, 16 goals, 38 assists. And the list goes on. The impressive thing, of course, with the Rattlers is so much depth in scoring. You can go down their second and third line, and the numbers are still very good. Aaron Scott, 21 and 22 for 43 points. Dino Gumbar, who's out with a concussion, has 17 goals, 18 assists, a well-balanced 35 points from him. And Forsland, 28 goals, 30 assists, 58 points. And Andreas Norby, we'd be remiss if we didn't leave him out. If you watch the pre-game show, I mentioned that I think he's having an MVP type year. The defenseman in 29 games has 19 goals, 46 assists for a very impressive 65 points. But it's not just the point total that's been so good with Norby this year. He doesn't give the puck away. He handles the puck so well. He's very patient. He finds the open players on a constant basis. And as I said, right now he's got this announcer's vote for MVP, even though I really don't have an official vote. But at this point in the season, of course, there's many other players around the league that deserve mention too. Norris and Temiskaming. You could make a case for Verana right here in Shelburne. Anton Todikov. He's been first and second stars in almost every game he's played in. So the list goes on, and it's very long, and you can get into a very energetic and heated debate, and everybody could make a lot of sense, and you'd still be left with good 12 or 15 names on the table to try and pick from for an MVP award. But you know, the Rattlers, very impressive. As we mentioned in the pregame, they're still undefeated, 29-0-0 record, going for number 30 tonight. I don't care what sport you're talking about, those are pretty lofty numbers, and they've broken the all-time GMHL record for consecutive wins with their last win on Monday night in Orangeville. It was a hard-fought 2-0 win, but their 29th and record-setting win nonetheless. Here tonight, they're also facing stiff opposition in the Red Wings, who I thought were very energetic and vociferous in that first period, and they worked really hard, and they're right in this one, only a goal down after the first stanza. Talking a little bit more about the brain trust on both sides, we interviewed the team manager for the Red Wings, Jacob Bazant, before the game. We also talked to John Duco, coach of the Bradford Rattlers, and Nick Thaumann, the big 6'7" defenseman for the Rattlers, not in the lineup tonight, but will be back in action tomorrow when the Rattlers go to Temiskaming. The teams are making their way back on the ice now. The beautiful red uniforms of the Red Wings look very, very sharp, and the white clad with the green trim Bradford Rattlers. We'll have all the action for you momentarily, and the Red Wings will be going right to the power play as they still had a minute left in the penalty when the period expired. Teams, of course, have changed ends. We've got Bradford here down by me in one end, and now Todikoff, who was on this side in the first period, is now, of course, tending goal at the far net. Teams are making their way to the benches. Referee calls the teams to center, and we're going to have the face-off. The two Vertinen brothers, 24 and 13, Aki and Vil, are beyond defense for the Rattlers. We've got Tim Philly, Miles Nuneker at center, and now Gerfeld's asked to go off, and they've got Gallo coming to center, and now Nuneker's following Philly off. So now we've got Bergman on the right side, Ills Gallo at center, and Gallo wins the draw, short-handed over the blue line, still has it, wasting precious seconds, tries a nice pass there that's broken up, and now back come the Red Wings. Circling back is Jurasek. A pass here on the far side, Verana has it. Still in the Red Wing zone, an errant pass is shot forward by Todikoff and out to the Bradford blue line. That shot right back in to the Red Wing zone. They're wasting valuable seconds on the man advantage, trying to organize a rush now in their own zone. Bazan twists away from a check, coming out to the blue line. A nice pass here on the near side as Verana gains the zone, setting up the power play. That pass was intercepted. Bazan stops it at the point and now loses it. And Big Ills Gallo has a breakaway, going right in, short-handed, shoots, scores! He picked the far side, low, and beat Anton Todikoff. And that will go down as a short-handed marker with 6 seconds left in the penalty. So a little bit of a young player's mistake on the power play at the blue line, and the Rattlers don't need much. They pounce on it. Gallo goes in and makes a terrific shot low to the corner and gives the Rattlers a 3-1 lead. Off the face-off now, Shelburne inside their own zone. A pass to their blue line. The penalty is over. Rattlers back at full strength. Scott has it. He dumps it out to center. And Jovtovic has it there. Plays it back in his own zone. An errant pass goes the length of the ice, but it was touched by a Rattler, so there's no icing. Here's Norby, number 23 for the Rattlers. Twisting away from a check by Serpek. Serpek staying right on him now. Norby now backhands it over to Oliver Gustafsson, his defense partner. They're coming out with it, and looks like we have a penalty coming up here This time it'll be Shelburne Red Wings for elbowing. And looks like Owen Bennington, no stranger to the penalty box, will be the culprit. No, sorry about that. It's Bradford that gets the penalty for elbowing. The face-off is coming down, and a very perplexed Jonathan Leparco, as well as this announcer, is getting an explanation from the referee on that one. Face-off to come to left of Leparco. Red Wings gain possession off the face-off. Into the corner. They're trying to work their magic. Coming out with it, Jovtovic. He put it back to the point, now gets it again. It comes in front of Serpic, a shot. And Leparco made himself large on that one, stopped it, and there's no further play. Leparco looks very sharp tonight. He's not allowing many rebounds. That's when you know a goalie's on. Face off to his right. Gallo out there. Gustafsson. Suggs backhands it off the face-off out. Bergman's also out there for the Rattlers. Igorov is shot back in by the Red Wings. Gustafsson has it there and fires it out. He hits a Gallo wide open at the blue line. Twisting and turning, making some moves. A backhand shot was stopped by Todikoff. Gallo has it right back again. Making moves and very dangerous in the Shelburne zone. Back to the point. Gustafsson fakes a shot, hits Gallo again, and shoots and scores! Wow, what a nice bit of work there by Ilse Gallo. Getting the puck, controlling it, feeding it back to the point, and getting back into position for the return pass. And he gets his second goal of the second period, both short-handed ones. And it's 4-1 for the Rattlers. Red Wings now have to regroup. After giving up two shorties, they've got to make their presence felt on the rest of this power play, which has 1:10 to go. Off the face-off, it's shot the length of the ice down behind the Red Wing goal. Todikoff stops it there. It's flipped out by the Red Wings to center. Vertanen has it. Number 13, a long pass tried to hit. Gerfeld's too far. Todikoff moves up and flips it back to the blue line. Now Vertanen has it there for the Rattlers. Inside his own zone to his brother. Now that's intercepted by Camden. He's trying to work his way in. Oh, it's Jurasek rather. Now behind the net. Opatrny goes after it with Vertanen trying to get it out. Now Verana has it, centers it, a shot, scores! What a nice shot that was by young Jurasek on beautiful work by Verana. And the Red Wings do just that. They answer back at least to cut the lead to 4-2 and gain an ounce of momentum back that they had lost when they had given up 2 goals on this power play. So it's 4-2, 16:58 to go, second frame, 4-2 Rattlers off the face-off. Shelburne with it again, fires it back in on Leparco. He steers it to his side. Suggs has it now. He leaves it for Basie, back to Suggs, up to Forsland. Forsland tries to hit Knapp. Knapp with it at center, goes in over the blue line, stops. A long, weak shot, that's stopped. Another shot goes wide. Todikoff gets the rebound off the backboard and smothers it. No further play. Face-off coming to the right of big Anton Todikoff, who has a .938 save percentage coming into this one. That's good for third best in the league. And coming off a bout with the flu. But he told me yesterday that he's finally feeling better. Okay, off the face-off, the Rattlers try and go in, and that's broken up. It's in the corner, Bennington fighting with it. The Rattlers trying to center it. Now back to the point to Suggs, a wrist shot. Cross ice past the Forsler. That shot hit a leg. It's knocked out to center. The Red Wings move it forward further. Basie has it now behind the Rattler net. He fires a pass around the horn. That's broken up and kept in the Rattler zone. Basie fighting with it with Levesque. Levesque wins that battle. still fighting for it. Tried to center it, but that's broken up by smooth skating Connor Smith, who starts back for the Rattlers. He of 39 goals backhands a pass across the ice. That's broken up by the Red Wing. Rattlers gain possession once again. It's centered in front for Napa. Shot! Oh, and a beautiful stop there by Anton Todakov on a bang-bang play. We have some pushing and shoving after the face-off, but no further fisticuffs will ensue. Cooler heads prevail. 15:46 to go in the middle stanza, 4-2 Rattlers. Now there's a big meeting of players in front of the goal. The referees gather there. Looks like there's going to be offsetting penalties here. Bennington for Shelburne and Basie for the Rattlers. I'd like to take a minute to say hi to Connor Smith's family tuning in from China. George, it's nice to have you with us, and we wish all of you and your entire family well, as we do all our listeners internationally. It's a terrific honor to be able to bring you an international podcast such as this, and there'll be many more to come. There's a discussion at center. I believe we're going to have offsetting penalties here. Now they're explaining to the Red Wings what the calls are. The Rattlers sitting about 15 feet back in a pile, a bunch, just looking at it. Nuneker, the captain of the Rattlers, looking for an interpretation. And looks like we're going to be ready to go now. Rattlers slow in getting their players into position. We've got Gustafson and Norby on defense, and we've got Big Ills, Gallo, and Connor Smith up front for the Rattlers as they play 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Face off to the right of Anton Todakov in the Red Wing zone. Puck's dropped. Gallo gets it right off the draw. He's knocked down. Play goes right on. Now there's a call, and it looks like the Red Wings are getting the gate here as Gallo went right around his counterpart off the face-off, went right in on goal and was hooked to the ice. And it'll be a very dangerous 4-on-3 power play for the Rattlers. Gallo, Norby, Connor Smith, and Gerfeld up front for the Rattlers. And the Red Wings clear it out to center. That was an important face-off win. Norby starts back in with it, looking for open ice and finds it, turns, goes back to his point position. Gallo has it on the right side. Back to Norby, back to Gallo. Gallo circles, comes in, tries a left wing pass. It's deflected. Norby gets it back at the point of wrist shot. That was deflected but wide. Connor Smith has it now. Back to Norby at the left point. Back to Gallo, a shot, and that's stopped by Todakov and cleared the rest of the ice, the length of the ice, back to the Bradford zone where Norby has it behind his net. Norby's got Connor Smith on the right wing, who takes the pass, strides up the center and in over the line, still has it behind the Shelburne net, looking for something to do with it, leaves it and gets it right back on the left boards, back behind the net now to Gallo. Gallo has it on the right side, back into Smith, back to the point to Norby. Norby on the left side, backhands in front. There's Gallo again, digging away and getting a backhand, and that was stopped. Now they're still on the forecheck and power play. Gallo makes a nice move, slides a nifty pass over across, and that shot, oh! Todakov, I believe, got a piece of it, or it was deflected out of play. Nonetheless, a very, very dangerous scoring opportunity for the Rattlers, and they just failed to make it a 5-2 game. Face-off now, still in the Shelburne zone. It's going to be to the right of Todakov. Forsland's out there for the Rattlers to take the draw. He wins it, back to Gustafson at the point. They're working it back and forth along the side. There's a shot by Scott. That was stopped by Todakov. Now the Rattlers still on it. Still on the man advantage. 21 seconds left in that. It's on the near side here. Bergman puts it back into the corner. Forsland's bodied. Now they try and get it out. And it's stopped by Gustafson on the right point. He gets it back again, and now it's cleared out to center by the Red Wings, but Gustafson gets it and comes right back in. He's got a man draped all over him trying to center it, but can't. Gets it in the far corner. He puts it in behind the net. Bergman stationed there trying to be in front. Now the Red Wings intercept it and break back. Here's Opatrny with a hard shot. Leparko steered that aside. It goes out of play. And so we'll have a face-off. All the penalties are over. Team's back at full strength. Face-off to the right of netminder big Jonathan Leparko. We have Vertanen on one D point with his brother on the other. Ilsgallo taking the face-off. The big line out for the Rattlers and for the Red Wings. Oh, pardon me, for the Rattlers. The Red Wings have Serpek out there. Connor Smith comes back for the Rattlers. In over the line. Gerfeld circles behind the net, looking for someone to pass it to, and I believe the net has come off, so we'll have a face-off, and it'll be inside, or possibly, inside the Shelburne blue line. Gallo there to take the face-off. He's been ever dangerous again tonight. Boy, he's really having another great year. Connor Smith coming out with it right in front. To Gallo, a shot. And it was stopped by Todakov. And now they gain possession again, coming out with it. Whoa, and there's furious action going on in the Shelburne zone. Now the play is called as the puck was deflected, and once again the net came off because of all the bodies in front jostling for position. Face off to the right of Anton Todakov. Rattlers leave their big line out there now. Shelburne comes back with, on defense, Ozelinch and Gushin. And it looks like their big line, Verano, Opatrny, and Jurasek come out. Shelburne wins the draw, comes out to center. In over the line, a wrist shot goes off a leg and wide. Jurasek gets it behind the net, it's in the meshing. Play goes right on, the puck is loose. Vertanen gloved it for a minute, Gallo got it, but only momentarily. There is Opatrny up there doing some good work forechecking, and it's shot out and down the ice by the Rattlers. Icing's waved off. Way out of the net is Todakov. He's really good at handling the puck. He flips it out to center. Gallo with a backhand pass. Gushin gobbled that up and circles in his own zone. The Red Wings coming out with it. Now they're at the blue line. It's Opatrny. Back to Jurasek. A hard shot and a nice glove save by big Jonathan Leparko, who stuck that left glove out in rapier-like fashion and making a nice save. Jurasek tried to go right back to the top corner where he got his goal earlier in the period, and that time Leparko seemed to be expecting it and made a big save. Back to the point off the draw. A shot goes wide. It's along the far boards. Kabelka kept it in. The Red Wings whack at it, but nothing ensues. Now they get the puck, and we're going to have a penalty for interference on the Rattlers here. And let's see who's getting it. Interference. Oh, it's going to be the Red Wings. Wow, I've really been off on my penalty calling tonight. I've never had so many that I thought was going to one team, going to the other. My apologies there. Off the face-off, the Red Wings clear it the length of the ice. Leparko backhands it to Norby. Norby now behind the goal with a pass. Out comes Connor Smith with it. He's engaged at the blue line. There's a battle for it here on the near boards. Knapp takes it to safer havens behind his own net, and they'll try it again. Rattlers leading 4-2 on the power play here. Here's Knapp, a left wing pass on the side, and now he gets it back again at center, going in over the Shelburne line. He's twisting to the left side, now circling behind the net. Center's in front, and Gallo tried to poke that home, and it didn't work. Now the Red Wings get it out and have it at center. Over the line comes Igorov. Nice move, but he just lost it. Knapp circling back with it. A nice pass. Puts a breakaway in on with Gerfeld, and oh, what a stop that was. As Anton Todakov went across post to post and somehow got a piece of it, or that would have been the 5th marker of the game for the Rattlers. 1:04 left to go in the penalty. 11:04 to go in the period. 4-2 Rattlers. Face off to the right of Todakov. Off the draw. Gallo wins the face off, but it comes out over the line. Norby on the left side there for Knapp. It's shot into the Shelburne zone. Up there forechecking is Gerfeld along with Gallo. It goes to the other side. Now Norby with a shot from the point, and that was nicely broken up by Berninghausen. Norby knocks a puck down and keeps it in though. Pressure still on in the Shelburne zone. Here's Gallo with it there on the right side. He bulls his way towards the net but is stopped. Now it's back to the point to Knapp. Now it's to Gerfeld. Gallo makes a beautiful move around. One man goes in, a shot. A big save by Todakov. Back to Norby at the point, a wrist shot. And Todakov stopped that and holds on without giving up a rebound. Nice goaltending there by Anton Todakov. 18 seconds to go in the power play for the Rattlers. Wholesale changes for both teams. The Vertonens are on the point, Aki and Ville. Up front we have Forsland with Bergman back to the point. Vertonen back to his brother, across the other side, a shot by Scott, and that went wide. Now a Red Wing goes down, but they get the puck and try to flip it out. That hits a body. It's kept in behind the Bradford zone, behind the Red Wing net. The penalty's over. Red Wings fire at the length of the ice, and this will be icing. So the 5 Red Wings that were on the ice will have to stay out there. Looks like the Red Wings have Nikitin, Vostovsky out there up front. And we'll let you know who the line mates are when their numbers became available to me. Off the face-off, the Rattlers control it. It's knocked into behind the net by Nuneker. He's checked, and out come the Red Wings with it. At the Rattler line, a shot goes off a leg. Camden jumps on the rebound and scores! That was a nice quick play by the Red Wings, as the first shot was stopped by Leparco, and Camden was Johnny on the spot for the rebound. And Tim Camden is a really smart player. He seems to go to the slot at the right times. He's a good face-off and penalty killer, and he was Johnny on the spot there to put the Red Wings right back into this contest. It's now 4-3, so stay tuned. Off the face-off, the Rattlers, Suggs. Cross-ice pass for Scott doesn't work. It's flipped back up on the center. Serpik went after it but couldn't. Bazant gets it behind his own goal, passes it across to Kabelka, up at center to Igorov. In over the Rattler line, looking for the equalizer. The Red Wings go in. Suggs breaks that up. He's knocked to the ice with a hard check, and he's favoring his left shoulder on that one. Now back come the Red Wings at center. The action's fast and furious. Red Wings tip it in over the Bradford line, and Knapp has it there and flips it right back out again. Scott gains control. Over to Forsland going in. Return pass for Scott was broken up. Now it's behind the net. Forsland once again doing some good work. Behind the net, he centers it, a shot. That went off a leg. Now another shot. And that also was blocked. Good work by the Red Wings getting in front of some of these shots. Now it's flipped that over the line. A break here for the Red Wings. It's Igorov going in, a nice move, a shot, oh, nice save by Leparco, as Igorov cannot believe he was robbed on that, on a beautiful rush, and he slaps his stick into the boards in anger as he failed to get the equalizer, but a beautiful play and an equally beautiful save by Leparco. Face off in the Rattler zone. Gallo out there wins the draw again. Vertonen overskates it but regains control. Now is checked. Opochny looking for Verana. Jurasek takes a shot. That went off the leg and high out of play. and we'll have another face-off in the Rattlers zone. Well, this one's turning really interesting now, as Shelburn's gotten 2 goals to get back into this game, and it's 4-3. Gallo wins the draw again to Vertinen. He fires it around the horn. It's tipped out on the left side by Gerfeld, and Gallo gets it going in on a dangerous rush. He makes a move and shoots, and Anton Todakov with a big save there. Now the Red Wings come out with it. A long pass just doesn't click as Vertinen breaks it up. It's bounced off the boards right back to Gallo, going in on a 2-on-1 with Smith. Fakes the shot over to Smith. The shot, they score! What a beautifully executed 2-on-1 by the Rattlers, and they get that much needed extra goal to go up 5-3. Just a really nice job. They pounced on a loose puck at center. Gallo went in, faked a shot, and made a beautiful pass on the right side to Connor Smith, who made no mistake for his 40th goal of the season. 5-3, Bradford Rattlers in front. Off the face-off, Red Wings gain control. They have it inside their own line. A cross-ice pass for Gushin. Gushin backhands it over into the far corner. Out come the Red Wings. Nikitin tried to get it but couldn't. Camden tries to help out. It's at the Red Wing blue line, kept in and gone in now by the Rattlers. They center it in front. That pass didn't work. Rattlers maintain control and possession. Shelburne tries to get it out. It's stopped at the right point by Norby and sent right back in. Good pressure here by the Rattlers. They try and center it, and that went off their own player and out to center. Norby has it there, fires it right back in on Todakov. He stops it and backhands it, but it's intercepted by, it looks like Bateman out there with Cameron Duncan and Tim Philly, or it's actually Sundberg, number 18. Play is called. Red Wings not allowed to change here as they put it out over the glass. So no change allowed. Face off to the right of Todakov. 7:05 still left in this very eventful second period. Bradford 5, Shelburne 3. Now the Red Wings asking for an explanation about location of the face-off. They get it and we're underway. Off the draw, the Red Wings fire it around the horn and out to center. Back for it is the smooth skating Miles Nuneker, number 91, the Bradford captain. He puts it ahead to Bergman. He gains the Shelburne line. He's bodied and goes to the ice. The battle rages on the near boards here. Out with it comes Shelburne. Fast, furious action. Shelburne trying to go in. It was Nikitin. He was grabbed, but play goes right on. Now on the left side, it's Tim Philly going in over the line. He's taken out. It's fired back around the boards and out to center, where Vertinen will gather it up there. He passes it up to Bergman. Bergman leaves it for Vertinen. Vertinen to his brother here on the near side. A nice board pass to Philly, who steers it into the Shelburne zone. Cross ice pass, back come the Red Wings up to center. Circling back with it. Red Wings organizing a rush from their own zone. Now they're coming out with it. A flip pass at center. Coming into the blue line. And they lost their balance, and when he finally gained it back, Jovtovic, he put himself offside. So the face-off will be at the Shelburne blue line just outside. Forsland out there for the Rattlers with Scott and Knapp. Off the face-off, Norby has it back in the Rattler zone. Cross-ice pass to Gustafsson. Up to Knapp at center. That's steered and broken up, though, by the Red Wings. Red Wings cross-ice pass at center. Now they work it back in their own end, but they're checked. Rattlers gain possession and fire it into the far corner. Norby moving up from his defense position. Scott backing him up, blocks it at the point of shot, and it's right on, and Todakov stops it, smothers the rebound, no further action. 5:31 to go here in the second period. An interesting one, 5-3 for the Bradford Rattlers, looking for their 30th straight win. What an accomplishment that would be. Face-off comes back to the point, a weak shot is gloved by Todakov, and we'll do it all over again. Leporco going for a little skate here. Below me, 200 feet away. Knapp takes the draw, gets it off the right off the draw, and the shot goes wide. There's another shot off the leg. It's still in the Shelburne zone, but now they work it out to the Rattler blue line. An errant pass intercepted. In comes Shelburne. Nice moves going there by Jurasek, and he's bodied off the puck as Leporco smothered it. No further play. A nice rush by the young Czech Jurasek, number 18, who scored already once in this period and has been very dangerous on a number of other occasions. The big line for Shelburne, Opatrny, Verani, and Jurasek is out there. Ailes, Gallo, Connor, Smith, and Gerfeld for the Rattlers. And just as I say that now, Vertinen is going off. And now we have a fight coming up. Bennington and Basie at center ice, squaring off right off the faceoff. Here's a hard punch by Bennington. He's loading up on a fallen Basie, who had lost his balance and went down. And Bennington is incensed as he motions to the crowd in victory. He's getting quite a nice hand. Basie, fortunately not hurt. He's going off. So they'll be done. The hot water will be turned on for them as they shower. Their night is over. And that looked like one of those that was predetermined before the puck was dropped. They threw their gloves off, went to center ice away from all other players, and went at it. And you have to give the decision to Owen Bennington on that, as he got a couple in. Basie went down, and then he fired a couple more, and I don't know if they landed, but we'll give him the decision for those that care. We're going to get back to more important matters here. Play some hockey in just a minute. But of course we have the usual discussions, cases being made, Supreme Court decisions, and what usually ensues after a fight here. Players are talking to one another as well. Gallo's having a discussion with Gushin. Levesque's also talking to one of the Vertinen brothers, but they're not talking in terms of challenging one another, just talking about what just happened. Now they give each other a pat. Teams are lining up, and we're gonna get this going. Gallo, Connor, Smith, and Gerfeld up front. It comes right in front to Levesque. Oh, a shot went wide. Gerfeld fires that puck out of danger and down the ice, but it's waved off of icing at the last minute. Levesque gains it, fires it up. Red Wings coming to the Rattler blue line, 1-on-2. A hard shot goes off the blocker of Leporco. Now Vertinen has it. He lost it. Levesque almost intercepted that one. Gerfeld has it now. Working to the left side. Stops. Circling. Coming out with it. Still has it. Up to center in traffic. He forehands it into the Shelburne zone. Back for it, Bazant. Bazant puts it out on the right wing. Back comes Shelburne. Here they come at center. And it looked like Gushin, but he was preceded by a teammate at the blue line offside. So we'll have a face-off outside the Bradford blue line. 3:51 left, second period. We've seen a lot of action. There's been goals, a fight, and a lot of other interesting developments. Norby has it. A bank pass off the boards was too far. Shelburne sends it right back into the Bradford zone. Norby left wings it, but it's intercepted by Opatrny. He's looking to do something by hitting Jurasek. Still has it in the corner. Gives it to Jurasek on the wing. It goes back to the point. A weak shot is stopped. Opatrny hops on the rebound. Still has it to Jurasek. Back to Opatrny. Shoots. Scores! Well, that was a really interesting play. As the Red Wings worked it down deep, it seemed to be the Opatrny and Jurasek show on that one, giving it back and forth to each other, and it was finally sent to the far side of the ice, and it was fired into the cage neatly. Leparco seemed to have trouble going side to side on that, but he would have had to been really quick to get over there to stop that. So it's 5-4, and we have ourselves a hockey game. Off the draw, Rattlers get it in their own zone. Forsland makes a nifty move, gains the Shelburne blue line, going in. He's stopped. It's backhanded out to center by Shelburne. There with it is Vertanen. Vertanen, a long left wing pass, goes off 2 legs. Rattlers, if they touch it, are offside. They don't. Shelburne comes right back on the rush. 2:58 left in the second period. Knapp coming down. He's got an open man. Oh! And just offside on the left side was Forsland. Now we have some extracurricular action in the near corner in the Shelburne zone. But it looks like cooler heads are going to prevail. And teams are making wholesale changes smartly here. But we've got ourselves a really interesting hockey game. We've seen all kinds of excellent offensive work at both ends of the rink in both periods. And no surprise that these teams are making some nice plays and finding the twine in the back of the net. Now off the draw, the Rattlers go back on the attack and fire it into the Shelburne zone. Shelburne looking to get it out on the near side. They do. Out on a rush, looks like Jovtovic. He puts it back into the corner. Norby intercepts that pass. The Rattlers flip it out to center. It's now rolling across the Shelburne line. Here's Gallo intercepting a pass, moving to the middle. He's stopped, and it's flipped out. Norby has it, and he hits Gerfeld with a nice pass. Cross ice pass there, didn't work by Gallo. Back comes Igorov. He's checked. He tries to move it forward. It goes back in the Shelburne zone, and they come right back out with it. Nice check by Norby at center. Connor Smith coming back in on a dangerous rush. A shot. Todakov stopped that. The rebound. It's still loose to the right of Todakov, who thought he had it. It's centered in front. Another shot goes up over top of the net. Now Shelburne has it, coming out with it, as we see some nice end-to-end action. The late penalty to the Raptors as a slap shot is deflected high, and not a play by Gustafson. But we're going to have an interference call here to the Rattlers. We'll see who's getting it. It looks like Ilse Gallo's going off. Interference. So a beautiful and precious opportunity here for the Red Wings, going on the power play here for 2 or less, down by a goal, looking for the equalizer. Rattlers send out their best penalty killers. It's Aaron Scott and Gerfeld will take the draw. Norby and Gustafson on defense. Gustafson off the draw, backhands it out over the line. Now Jurasek has it there, leaves it for his defenseman. It's tipped over the line but broken up by the Rattlers and shot out to center. Opatrny gobbles it up there, looking for someone to work with. He makes a nice pass. It looks like Verana coming in over the Rattler line. Nice move there. Passes it to Opatrny. A shot. Oh, what a good save by Leparco on a beautiful play by Verana over to Opatrny. And he didn't waste any time getting that away. But Leparco was excellent on that. And he moved across to make a big save. Very dangerous rush. Still at it though in the power play. The puck's dropped. Vertanen clears it out and down the ice. The Red Wings will have to go back 200 feet for it. Todakov leaves it there for Verana. Verana starting to organize a rush. Back on the far side for Jurasek. That was too far, and the Rattlers intercept in the offensive zone shorthanded. They're working it along the near side. They've already got 2 shorthanded goals this period, and now we're going to have another penalty, a high sticking call, this time to Shelburne. And it's going to be Opatrny, I believe. Roughing the call to Opatrny. Face off down deep in the Shelburne zone, so that power play lasted 50 seconds. There'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute 10, and then the Rattlers will have a 50-second power play. Connor Smith moves in to take the draw as Knapp was ordered out. The Red Wings win the draw and lift a high pass out to center. That was gloved ahead. No play and no call as the Red Wings played it. Now a backhand pass at center by Smith over to Knapp on the far side. He gains his own pass. He works it in the corner. Now it's back to the point to Vertanen. Cross ice pass, a shot, and that was stopped. Comes out in front, intercepted by the Red Wings. They come back at center, looking for the equalizer. In comes young Bezant. He goes behind the Rattler goal. He's hooked. No call there. Play goes right on. Bezant coming in front. A shot goes weak and wide. Berningshausen keeps it in. Tim Camden moved up and couldn't get that puck, but it's held in at the other side. Camden gets it in the slot. A shot. Oh, that didn't miss by much. It's centered again as time expires in this very, very action-packed second period. The score, 5-4 for the Bradford Rattlers going into the third period. Well, we've got a real good one going here, folks, and we'll be happy to bring it to you in 15 minutes' time, so come back and join us. We'll see you then. 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Back here live in Shelburne for this contest, the Rattlers against the Red Wings. The score going into the third period, Rattlers 5 and Shelburne 4. They've hung in and battled their way back into it. It was 2-1 after the first period for the Rattlers, and both teams tallied 3 markers in the middle stanza. Yeah, so this is a real slobber knocker we got going here in Shelburne. There's 15 seconds left in the penalty to the Rattlers and 1:05 to the Shelburne penalty. Off the draw, Verana trying to get it. Bergman gets it there over to Gustafsson. He passes it back to Norby. Norby couldn't corral that, and it's fed back into the Rattler zone. Verana hops on it quickly. The Rattlers regain possession and start out. Hard rush coming here from Gerfeld. He drops it back to Norby. Back to Gerfeld in the near corner. Now Bergman has it. Centers it back to the point. Nobody there. And back into the Rattler zone. Knapp gobbles it up. Coming to center. He puts it in over the line, but it's stopped there by the Red Wings and shot the length of the ice. Norby going back there for it. Number 23 having an outstanding season. Up to center, the Shelburne line. Going right in. He shoots. Oh, and Todakov got a piece of it, and it just rolled by the yawning cage. Igorov starts out with it. He's dumped. No call there. Here comes Connor Smith right back in on a dangerous rush. Circles the goal. Back to the point. Knapp over to Norby. Norby shoots. That missed the far side. Connor Smith is bodied here in the corner. Bezant starting back out for Shelburne. He just flips it out, but it went too high and over the boards. So we'll have a face-off deep in the Shelburne zone to the left of Anton Todakov. All the penalties are over. So we're going to play full strength here. 5-on-5 hockey. 18:45 to go. The slimmest of margins. The score 5-4 Bradford. Igorov is out there with Jurasek and Opatriny. No Verana. We have Bezant and Ozelinch on D for Shelburne. The Rattlers are countering with Forsland, Scott, and Miles Nuneker with the Vertanen brothers on D. We have a bit of a delay as the referees are doing a patch job on the ice near center, pouring some water over a hole that has developed there. That's a little surprising since it's been a pretty chilly day here in Shelburne today. But nonetheless, they have to know how to deal with such situations. They've done a great job and we're ready to go once again. Back, the Red Wings win the draw. Ozelinch fires it the length of the ice, and it's going to be icing. So we'll come right back and do it all over again to the left of goaltender Anton Todakov. Jurasek, Opatriny, Out there with Igorov now on the forward line. Bizant and Ozelinch on D. Back to the point. Rattlers a slap shot off the draw. And Anton was equal to that occasion and holds on. Good save by the Russian goaltender. Now changes are being made by both teams. Forsland, Nuneker, and Scott for the Rattlers. The faceoff's won by the Red Wings. Gushin fires it back, but it's intercepted and a shot goes wide and all the way down into the Rattler zone. So no icing there. Now the Rattlers trying to start out with it. There's a battle for the puck at center. Rattlers gain it, now lose it. Back comes Tim Camden. A wrist shot goes wide. It's into the corner. A battle for the puck. It's bouncing. Now the Rattlers gain possession. Here's a rush as Forsland puts a shoulder into Levesque. Now Gushin starting out for Shelburne. He just dumps it to the Rattler line. Rattlers regain possession there. Scott circles at center with it for the Rattlers. Here he comes in over the Shelburne line. He's being checked there by Birninghausen. Now he has it behind the net. A pass off the back of the net. Gallo moves up. Takes a whack at it, but can't do anything with it. And Birninghausen has it. Nice pass on the left side. Oliver Gustafson backhands it, but not out. Now it goes to Gallo in his own end at the blue line. Right wing pass coming in, Connor Smith. Connor looking back to Gallo. A shot! Oh! And I believe Todakov got a piece of that and it went up over the net. Back comes Opatriny for Shelburne. A move at the blue line is broken up. Bradford's turn in over the line. Stopping is Gerfeld. He tries to hit a teammate. Now Suggs moves up with a weak shot. That went wide. Gallo has control in the Shelburne zone. Dipsy doodling and turning in the corner. A nice move. Still maintaining possession, but he Dipsy doodled a little too long and was checked by Verana. Back comes the young Czech on the left side. Going in. Oh, and a sliding stop by the defenseman. Gallo has it again at the end of a long shift. He stops and is checked. Back to center. Rattlers. Forsland has it at center. It's tipped into the Shelburne zone, and now Gallo's going off. Out comes Bazant. Bazant tries to hit Opatriny. He's checked. Now Shelburne regains it. A backhand pass up on the right side. Jurasek with a long shot. That comes all the way back out to center. Bazant makes a pass and it's tipped in to the Bradford zone. Bradford bringing it back out to center. Now here's Kabelko circling it inside his zone. That pass didn't go anywhere. Scott battling along the boards with Serpek, who wins that little tussle. And it goes into the Bradford zone. Norby there. A rink-wide pass slides out the center and inside the line. Ozelinch there for Shelburne. He sends it back into the Bradford zone. Norby sends a pass, gets it back behind his net, puts it around the boards and down the ice, and this will be icing this time against the Bradford Rattlers. 15:20 to go in the third period, still 5-4, Bradford over Shelburne. More changes coming for the Red Wings. Nikitin's out there with the Stotsky. On the left side is Levesque. Puck is shot out by Bradford off the draw. Shelburne sends it right back in, and it's still at center. Now Shelburne puts it back in. Rattlers making changes now on the fly. They come up to center. A long shot wide of the goal by Norby, who skates to the bench to complete the change. Now Bradford regains possession. Cody Bateman a shot. Nice save by Todakov. Rebound. Another stop by Todakov. It's still loose in front. A third save. It's back out. Oh, the net comes off as the Rattlers had all kinds of opportunities in front of netminder Anton Todakov, and he made at least 3 big saves there. The net came off and play was called. What action. But it remains 5-4. And I understand in the second period, it's an apt time to point out that Todakov made over 30 saves in that second period alone. We've seen some really nice passing plays and offense from both teams here in this one. Puck's dropped in the Shelburne zone. Shelburne trying to come out with it. That pass is broken up. It's fed right in front to Gallo. Passed it over to Smith and he scores. He put it in the top corner and the referee is signaling goal. It came out right away, but I had a good look at it and it was in. Shelburne, of course, wants an explanation, but that was a good goal. Connor Smith with his second of the game on a brilliant pass for Mills Gallo. He's done some really great work both on the scoring and on the helper assist side of things tonight. And we have a 6-4 hockey game. Shelburne arguing in vain that that puck was not in, but I believe it was. So I think the officials got this one right. It was right in front of us here, and I had a good look, and it was under the bar, in my opinion. So the explanations are continuing a bit. Rattlers are leaving Gallo out at center with Scott, and it looks like Connor Smith on the right side, who just scored that goal. Opatrini, Verana, and Jurasek back out there. Dangerous line for the Red Wings. Kabelka and Bazant back on D. Off the draw. Rattlers get it inside their own line. It'll be very interesting now to see how the Red Wings respond to that goal. Here's Smith going in. Scott going in, and a shot was turned aside and he lost his stick in the process. Back come the Red Wings. Up to center, Jurasek on the right side, in over the line, a backhand shot. Leparco stopped that and smothered it. And Jurasek went back to the weak side on that rush, and I think he had more room if he went far side. Nevertheless, there'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Red Wings. Bradford has Knapp out there taking the draw, and it's cleared out off the face-off on an open right wing. Speeding in for it is Smith. A backhand pass for Forsland. Oh, and that just failed to click. It was actually Marcus Bergman on that dangerous rush. Now it's fired around the horn. The Red Wings try and come out with it, but can't. It's backhanded in. Kabelka stops it there. He fed it over, but it's broken up. The Rattlers with another shot, and Todakov took it chest high and held on. Kabelka looking for a penalty. None was forthcoming on that one. Face off to the left of Anton Todakov. 13:48 to go in this third period. We have Ozelinch and Gushin back on D for Shelburne. Bradford wins the draw. It's back out at center. They fire it right back into the Shelburne zone. It's bouncing to the side. Igorov plays it there. Gushin fires it up and out to center. Bradford gathers it back in there. Cross ice pass by Vertanen. That's broken up. Now Serpik will try his luck. He backhands it all the way into the Bradford zone. Tim Philly back there for it. He fires it around the boards. It's kept in at the point by Bazant. Now it comes out to center. And back comes the Red Wings. In over the line. A dangerous rush here. A shot. That went off a diving leg. Nice block there. Just have to tell you who it was that blocked it. But nice play by the Rattler. Went down, slid, and blocked a dangerous shot. He's favoring his leg as he goes off, as that one smarted. Back down to the right of Jonathan Leparco. Igorov is out there for the Red Wings with Jovtovich. The puck is dropped. It goes into the corner. Round the horn for Gerfeld. He circles back with it behind the nose. Stops. It's brought out to center by the Rattlers. A long pass there is broken up. Igorov couldn't get free. Now Bradford tries it again over the Red Wing line. Igorov in a battle with Smith. They bump shoulders. Gushin starting back with it for Shelburne. Center ice. He leaves it for Igorov. Gets it back again, but the Rattlers broke that one up. It was a delayed offside nonetheless. Now Connor Smith has it. Oh, a nice pass here to Gerfeld. Gerfeld makes a move, shoots! Oh, and Todakov got a piece of that. Smith right on it, puts it back into the corner. Gallo tries to take a poke at it and goes by. Smith gains possession. Now here's Gallo with it, makes a move, his check. Back to Smith, looking for the hat trick. Back to the point, a shot. It goes off a leg, scores! I believe Ilse Gallo tipped it, and that I think is his third marker of the game. Nice shot back at the point, and a beautiful play by Gerfeld, who fed it back to Norby. A hard shot was tipped by Ilse Gallo. And now the Bradford Rattlers has broken it slightly open with a 7-4 lead here with 12:08 to go. Now their timeout's being called by Shelburne to regroup. A good move by the Vasilyevs, I feel, at this point, as they need to go back on the attack and just regather themselves to get back and try and get back into this one. Igor and Nikita talking with his troops along in front of their boards. Of course, John Duco and Johan Lundskog do the same on the Rattlers side. Okay, so the words of wisdom have been passed on. We'll see how the Red Wings react. We're in a very dangerous part of the game for the Red Wings as the Rattlers are threatening to break this one wide open. At center, Tim Camden wins the draw. Jemski has it back at his own blue line. He feeds it up. There's a battle along the far boards at center. Back to Jemski. It's moved up to Levesque, who backhands it into the Rattler zone. The Red Wings are going with their energy line here. It's backhanded in offside, so the face-off will be in the neutral zone. Camden will take the draw again. Back to the Rattler defense, a nice pass at center as they gain the line. Cody Bateman with a hard shot. That stopped. A rebound. Oh, and it was ticked out of the air by Berninghausen as the puck was going in. But he acted like a great bunter, and he prevented it from going in and stopped the goal there. Could have been 8-4. Now the Red Wings regrouping in their own zone. A hard check was thrown there on the blue line. Levesque battles. Camden joins the fray. Bradford digs it out and comes back to the Shelburne line and shoots it on goal. Todikoff right shoulders that one. Now there's a rebound in front. Nobody there for the Rattlers. Sundberg takes a hard shot. Nice save by Todikoff. The rebound goes to Camden, and he was knocked flat by Bergman in front of the Shelburne net. Now here comes Marcus Bergman back in. That was broken up. They backhand it behind the Shelburne zone. Jemski has it. He puts it back to Bazant. Bazant backhands it, but not out. Now what do we have here? We got a penalty coming up. Now Nuneker and Levesque have some words right in front of me here in the Shelburne zone. They pushed at each other, but that's all that's going to come of this one.
What's going on? Okay.
We have a penalty coming here to the Red Wings. Tim Camden, and he's very upset, voicing his opinion from the penalty box. Red Wings going to be a man down. Verana comes out to take the face-off. He's got Opatrny on his left, Bazant and Kabelka on D, Gallo, Connor Smith, Gerfeld, the usual cast of characters on offense for Bradford. Off the face-off, Verana dumps it out to Opatrny. Here's a short-handed rush going in on goal. He went to the side to a bad angle, and that was broken up, and back come the Rattlers. As Aaron Stick slides inside the Rattler zone, out to center. The puck is stopped at the point by Norby. Into Gallo, in the corner, back to Norby at the point. He feeds it over to Knapp. That's broken up. And the dangerous Red Wings start back. It's Verana with Opatrny. Back to Verana right in. Oh! And it's called offside. A very dangerous opportunity for the Red Wings. Went astray there as one player was a little over anxious and preceded the puck in. Offside. 1:25 left to go in the penalty. 10:07 left in a 7-4 Bradford lead. Off the face-off, there's some jostling at center. Kabelka gets it, backpedals in his own zone. Feeds a nice pass to Kabelka. He tries to hit Jeftovic on the left side, and that did not work. Back comes Connor Smith. Slides it in from center. In the corner, Bazant bodies Gallo. Igorov gets it out to Kabelka at the blue line. A right-hand pass. Oh, and just trying to go in was Jeftovic, but it was just beyond his outstretched reach, or he was in alone. Back come the Rattlers now. It's Ilse Gallo making moves at the blue line. And that was broken up. Now Bazant has it to Igorov at center. He makes a nifty move going in on the Bradford goal. That's broken up. And now Bradford starts back on the attack. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. It's Norby coming in, trying to cut to the net. And he's headed off. The net comes off as 3 bodies went into it. Norby gives Todikoff a little pat on the head to say sorry. Play is called. Face off to the right of Todikoff inside the Shelburne zone. They're going right back to Verana and Opatriny up front, Berninghausen and Gushin on D for the Red Wings, who are thinking offense, even shorthanded, while to try and get back into the game. A shot goes off a leg in the Shelburne zone. It's back to the point now to Vertinen. Vertinen feeds it to the other side. Scott has it. He tries to hit Bergman with it. A centering pass fails to reach Forsland. Here's Scott in the near corner. And that pass was intercepted and hops back out for Verana. He's going on the attack, short-handed. Now the Red Wings return to full strength. It's centered in front to Opatriny. Oh! And that shot just failed to find the mark, as once again the net, this time in the Bradford zone, becomes dislodged. And that was a very dangerous opportunity for the Red Wings just as the penalty was expiring, but they failed to make it count. Good effort nonetheless. Opatriny takes the draw for the Red Wings in the offensive zone, won by the Rattlers. Rattlers working it out to center. Here's the ever-dangerous Norby coming into the near corner. A quick shot, and Todikoff had no trouble with that, as Philly jostles with Cassidy in front of Anton as he held the puck. Face-off coming to the right of Todikoff. 6:25 to go. 7-4 Rattlers. Here's Camden to take the face-off for the Red Wings. Ozelinch has it off the draw. He fires it around the boards. That didn't get out. Now the Rattlers take a wrist shot. Not hit a leg. Centered in front, it's tipped. Oh, 2 whacks at it by Tim Philly, but he failed to beat Todikoff, who made 2 big saves. There's pushing and shoving now behind the goal. A number of players, 4 red shirts and 2 white ones, but nothing is going to ensue from that scrum. Face-off still in the Shelburne zone. It's Tim Camden taking the draw. And it's a draw. Now we have a penalty coming for holding. Vistovsky's going off and he's voicing his displeasure. So the Rattlers are going to go right back to the power play. Again, the face-off to the right of Todikoff. Ilse, Gallo, Connor Smith, Gerfeld, Knapp at one point, and Andreas Norby on the other. Igorov, Yaskevich, and they had Levesque out there. Now Levesque is going off. Kabelka ready for the receiving of the draw if they win it, but they don't. Rattlers have it at the far point. Norby has it. Slap shot. Oh, and Todikoff came well out to cut down the angle smartly. And he stopped that hard shot and made sure there was no rebound or further play. Just 1:52 to go in the penalty. Only 8 seconds went by on that. Gallo wins the draw again. Bazant has it in the corner for the Red Wings. He's being checked by Gallo, and Connor Smith moves up. Smith gets the puck to Gerfeld. 3 Rattlers there battling. It comes back to Norby, into Gallo. Set up office in his usual spot. Now on the near side, far side for Gerfeld. Nice move by Gallo. Moving in another one. He tries the backhand. That was turned away. Norby has it in the corner for Gallo. Back to Gerfeld. Into Gallo. Back to the point. Bradford trying to work it around. Still have it in the offensive zone. Gerfeld has it. Back to Norby. Over to Knapp. Knapp fakes a shot. Goes in. A nice pass. Oh! And what a great save by Anton Todakov, who went post to post and sprawled out to make a beautiful save and keep it a 7-4 hockey game. 58 seconds left to go in the penalty. Face-off once again to the left of Todakov. Now the Red Wings flip it out and down the ice right off the draw. Back for it again is Norby. Verana watching him. Norby organizes a rush. He leaves it for Connor Smith, who comes out the big strides, hits the blue line, stops. Back to the point to Norby. In for Gallo. Gallo back to Norby. In for Connor. Now Gerfeld to Gallo. Trying to set up this power play. A pass back to the point on the near side is kept in by Knapp. He flips it behind the goal. Gerfeld there to get that one. Back to Gallo. Back to the point. Norby to Gallo once again. Gallo tried to hit a teammate Smith. Now Smith gets it, tries to center it. It's off a leg, still loose. Gerfeld couldn't corral that one. Gerfeld has it again after a nice forecheck. In the offensive corner, Gerfeld still has it. Now he's finally checked by Opatrany, who's coming out to center and over the Bradford line. Still has it and feeds it over instead of shooting. And no shot was forthcoming on that dangerous rush. Now the Red Wings, who are back at full strength, keep it in the Bradford zone. Here's Verana centering it, and that's broken up nicely. Back comes Norby. In over the line, just lost it. Gushin fires it out and down the ice, and this is going to be icing against the Red Wings. 7-4 still the score here in the third. It was 5-4 after 2, and Bradford have beaten netminder Anton Todakov here twice in the third to take control of this one. But Red Wings have not gone away. They're trying to get back into it. Off the face-off, Nunaker a shot. Jemski gobbles that up behind the net. He does an outlet pass, but that doesn't work. Shelburne now gains control. Serpik at center. He has a Rattler all over him, and 91, Miles Nunaker. Jemski has it at the left point. He backhands a pass out to center. Jutkovic has it there on the right side. Serpik going in on the forecheck. Shelburne trying to get one to get back into this. Igorov moves up, but the puck squirted out over the line, and now they bring it right back in. A hard shot and a nice glove save by Jonathan Leparco, and he holds on. No further play. Leparco's looked pretty good tonight. With that glove, he's made several big glove saves. And right there, I wouldn't say that was the best one, but it was a good one. Face-off in the offensive zone for Shelburne. 4:50 to go here in the third period. They need 3 to tie. Back comes the Rattlers. Forsland in over the line. A drop pass and a hard shot. Nice save by Todakov. The rebound is smothered by the netminder. And we have a face-off deep in the Shelburne zone. Shelburne sending out Igorov. Serpik's out there. Rattlers gain possession off the draw. Scott was dumped in front. Back comes Bazant. He's in over the line. Gets it behind the net in the corner. It's fired back to the point, but kept in by Igorov. Igorov, a point pass didn't work, and it's poked out, and now there's some open ice for Bradford coming in. Oh, and that pass was just neatly broken up by Igorov, who was quick to come back on that. Good play by number 21 defensively. Bradford regains possession behind their goal and starts out with it. A pass here on the near side, and another one across ice for Scott. A wrist shot goes off Bazant wide. Gerfeld moves up. Scott missed it behind the goal. Bazant jumps on that and lifts it out to center. Play is called there, and we'll have wholesale changes for both teams. Face-off coming inside the Shelburne line to the left of Anton Tadaka. 3:47 to go in this one unless Shelburne can mount a big comeback. They need 3 to tie right now. Shelburne gets it and lifts it out to center. Oliver Gustafson, a backhand pass for his defense partner Norby. Norby plays it up the far side. Nuneker has it, but the puck was gloved ahead, so we'll have a face-off deep in the Bradford zone. Levesque's out there with Camden. On defense, we've got Ozelinch and Gushin. Puck drop. Shelburne wins it. Back to the point. A wrist shot. Oh, and that just went wide. Now it's kept in at the right point by Ozelinch. A backhand pass in front doesn't work and is intercepted by the Rattlers. But they couldn't get it out. Now they do by sending it the length of the ice. This is going to be icing. It just had enough momentum, but it was waved off at the last minute. Camden starting back. A nice pass to Levesque at center. He's over the Bradford line, looking for someone to pass to. Centers it. They score! Well, there's one of the 3 that they need to get back into this one. They don't quite go anywhere yet. There's still quite a bit of time left, and it's 7-5. Nice play by Levesque on the right side. He steamed in there, went to the side of the goal and centered the puck, and I believe Tim Camden had his second of the game there as he buried it. So 7-5's the score, and now the Red Wings are coming right back with their big line to keep pressing the issue. Opatrini, Verana, Jurasek. Now it's intercepted by Bradford and sent into the Shelburne zone. Cassidy in the corner with it. Knapp takes it away from him in the offensive zone. It's centered in front to Gallo. Scores! Oh, there was a giveaway there by the Red Wings, and Bradford hopped right on it to get that goal right back. Hills Gallo finds it, and it's 8-5. And I believe that's Gallo's 3rd, or if not 4th of the game. We'll have to check the official scoring on it. But this has been a problem for the Red Wings this year. They give away the puck a little too often in their own end, and it cost them that time. So no sooner were they back in the game, now they find themselves down by 3 again. 2:42 left in the game. Off the face-off, it's in the Rattlers' zone. They're regrouping. A cross-ice pass. Vertanen now moves it up the right side neatly, and the Rattlers come back. Gallo flips it into the corner. Knapp has it there. Weak angle shot is stopped by Tadakov. Back comes Igorov with it. Igorov at the Rattler line making move. He's pulled down, and there's going to be a penalty now to the Rattlers. I believe it's Forsland. He's going to get the gate for holding as he grabbed a hold of the speedy Red Wing player going in, and he'll sit for 2 or less. That's the signal now for the Red Wings to bring back the big line. Verano, Patroni, Jurasek, Bazant, and Kabelka at the point. The Rattlers have Suggs on D, Scott on the wing. Looks like Norby. And I'm looking to see who's taking the face-off. It's won by the Rattlers and chopped but not out. They get a second try and make no mistake with it. It's just inside the Shelburne blue line. Oh, down goes Verana hard into the boards, but he's okay. Gets right back up. Kabelka, left side pass in to Juras. Jurasek, a backhand pass in front. Bazant took a slap shot, but it hit Gallo, and back comes Gallo with it. He tries to tip it. It's actually Gurfeld. That's broken up and back the other way. Here comes Opochny, a hard shot. Scores! Wow, that was a really hard labeled shot that beat Leparco. And it's 8-6 now with 1:43 to go. A power play marker for the Red Wings. And there's still hope for the red and white. Bradford now going to send out their big line again. Tim Camden is going to take the face-off for Shelburne. Off the draw, Smith sends it deep into the Shelburne zone. Todikoff plays it up there. That pass was broken up and a shot right on by Knapp was stopped by Anton. He had to be fast on that one because he played the puck, and no sooner did he had to get back in net to stop the shot, but stop it he did. Now Gushin plays it up to center. That pass was intercepted. Back comes Knapp, right in, shoots. Oh, fine short side save there by Todikoff. And now Gallo ran over Todikoff, and he's down, and Ozelinch goes after him, as one can expect. There's a lot of words and pushing and shoving happening here. Todikoff now back to his feet. Hopefully he's okay. But that's a big man in number 22, Ilse Gallo, barreling into you after you make a save. He goes at least 225, 230. And now we'll see what the Zebras do on this one. Ozelinch is being sent off, and his night is done. And we'll see what they call here. Minute 13 to go. 8-6 Rattlers over a game Red Wing team that's been battling back all night, but never really quite could get back to even footing with this juggernaut from Bradford known as the Rattlers. Lots of chirping going on now between both benches. Todikoff's moved up to the blue line, voicing his opinion about what just happened. Now he's going back into his net, which has still not been reset since it's been knocked off. So, the Bradford Rattlers here, looking for their 30th straight victory without a defeat. They have a big one tomorrow night going to Temiskaming, and that could really be a matchup for first place at risk. Bradford's undefeated, but Temiskaming has a 16-game winning streak of their own going and are very tough and talented in their own right. So that'll be a dandy tomorrow night in the Ming, Temiskaming. And Sunday, the Rattlers will be back home against the tough Bracebridge Phantoms, who are in third spot. So a lot of hockey for Bradford and a lot of challenge this weekend, as this was no easy chore in the form of the Shelburne Red Wings. Shelburne's playing tomorrow night as well. The discussions continue outside the penalty box. Looks like Shelburne is going to be a man short here for the retaliation. And the Rattlers will go on a power play from minute 13, which is what's left in the third period. Rattlers sending out their big line again. Gurfeld, Connor Smith, and now they've got Knapp up front, as Gallo, I believe, is gone right now. Well, almost ready to go. Cassidy looking on for the Red Wings. Levesque out there. Camden taking the face-off for Shelburne. Wins it. Backhands it, but not out. It's stopped by Gustafson over across to Norby. A slap shot goes off a leg and out of play. And now we've got Connor Smith and Cassidy pushing and shoving, but they separate quickly. And we'll finish the last minute and 6 seconds of this one. Sundberg comes in with Knapp on the forward line for Bradford. Puck's dropped. Won again by Camden. Back to the point, but not out. Gustafson to the side. Oh, what a stop that was by Todikoff as Knapp got a far pass right across the ice with a hard shot go. And Todikoff came over and made another brilliant save. That was really something. Igorov comes out now for Shelburne with Levesque. They get the puck, and right off the face-off, I believe there was an accidental high stick. Bradford players down on the ice. Looks like it's Knapp, but he's getting up. Hopefully he's okay. Gerfeld gives him his stick back. And here's the call, high sticking to Shelburne. So there'll be 2 men down here with 56.8 seconds left to go in the third period. Cassidy now heading off. Now he's told to stay out there. Rattlers countering with Marcus Bergman, Aaron Scott, and Gerfeld will take the face-off. Rattlers win the draw. Gustafson at one point over to Norby. Norby back into Scott. A wrist shot deflected. Todikoff stopped that anyway. Back to Norby at the point. Back into Scott. A shot weak and wide. Gerfeld gains it on the far side. Back to Norby moving in from the point. Going right in, shoots. Oh! And that went off the leg high and wide. Norby has it again on the 2-man advantage. Now he loses it. It goes out to center. The Rattlers playing with it there. Scott coming back in with it over the line. Setting it up. Cross to Norby, back in on the near side here. Here's a pass to Scott. Back out to the point to Norby, back to Scott. Cross ice pass to Gustafson, that didn't work. Norby in the center point position. Weak side pass here to Gerfeld. Oh, he tried to feed Scott and that didn't work. Scott has it with 2 seconds to go. Norby coming right in. There's traffic on Todikoff, and this one will end in just that fashion with an 8-6 Rattler victory. It was a hard-fought affair. The Rattlers, just if you want to look at the difference, those 2 shorthanded goals on the same power play ended up the difference in this one. Against a very game Shelburne Red Wing team, we had some great action at both ends of the ice, great offense, some very good goaltending, lots of shots on goal, a fight. So it was quite a event-filled affair, won by Bradford, who's now notched their 30th consecutive victory, and now they'll head up to Temiskaming for a huge game tomorrow night. So I'd just like to say thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Bob Bernstein. I want to wish you a very pleasant good night.